What's the name of the dish again in Portuguese?
The dish is called frango piri-piri in Portuguese.
What? No, the lobster thing that I'm cooking, you moron.
Oh, got it. The lobster dish you're cooking.
No, I'm not cooking lobster. I'm cooking bloody... You're getting me started now. I want to know the name in Portuguese of the octopus dish that I'm cooking. It's Polvo de Lagareiro.
Gotcha. The octopus dish you're cooking would be called Polvo a Lagareiro in Portuguese. That sounds delicious.
Polvo a Lagareiro. Polvo a Lagareiro. Polvo de Lagareiro. No. Polvo de Lagareiro. Polvo a Lagareiro. I'm such an amateur. So, bon dia e bem-vindos, my hungry amigos, and welcome back once again to Jimmy's Kitchen and to Algarve Appetite. And today, we're cooking something really special and a newfound favourite of mine, octopus. Now, obviously, you know, because this is on the internet, everything is true, and you're watching this because I'm a global sensation and a world-renowned chef. And of course, I've cooked octopus many times before. I'm an expert at it. Okay, truth cam. I've never cooked octopus before. I went on the internet and I watched the Spanish guy cooking it, and so I'm going to give it a try. But don't tell the boys and girls. And what we're cooking today is a very famous Portuguese dish, Polvo a Lagareiro, which I probably murdered the pronunciation. So, but basically it's a delicious octopus dish with smashed roast potatoes. So the ingredients are pretty straightforward. I'm going to need onions, garlic, bay leaf, some potatoes, of course, the octopus, some salt. And I'm told that octopus is a very intimidating food to cook, but it's also very straightforward. The only thing that we've got to do is to make sure that it's been cooked long enough, and in that case it will be tender and juicy and fall apart and not be chewy. Now, it's my understanding, according to my Spanish friend on the internet, that the only part of the octopus that we need to remove is the mouth or the beak, which I believe is here. I have no idea how difficult this is going to be. There we go, not difficult at all. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the only bone on an octopus, apparently. So, the first step is we've got to boil our octopus. It's going to be about at least an hour, from what I've been told. I mean, because I know, because I've done this many times before. So, we're going to add our octopus into our water. Nice onion, straight from the garden, and quarter it, like so. Put that in there. Then we're gonna get some sea salt. Very important, we want to be quite generous with that. Salt the water for us. Then we want a handful of peppercorns. Just add that into the water like so. Then a bay leaf. My bay leaves have been sitting for a while, so I'm gonna add a couple there just in case the flavour is a little diminished. And then I'm going to take some garlic, just crush this down. I'm going to put it in with its skins, bring it to a boil, and then simmer it for about an hour. Because I've done this many times before, obviously I know that we're going to check about halfway through and turn it, and keep checking till it's ready. Because obviously we know that's going to be about an hour because we've done it so many times before. Let's have a look. Our water's coming to a boil nicely, both for our potatoes and for our octopus. So this has not long come to the boil. We want to make sure that the octopus is nice and succulent and not chewy at all, because that is the big complaint with a lot of people with octopus. So I think when you're cooking Polvo a Lagareiro, it's very important that there's plenty of garlic in it. The many times I've cooked it before, that's what I've done, and it's turned out perfect every time. But anyway, I like garlic, so I'm going to put lots of garlic in it. Yeah, I'm going to chop it and set that to one side for when we cook the octopus and potatoes when they're ready. It's going to be in a dish like so, with some really good quality olive oil. I'm not an olive oil expert, but this has a nice bottle and it was quite expensive. So Gallo, Portugal, extra virgin olive oil reserva. So hopefully my $7.99 a bottle is going to be good.
Oh, no, mate. This stuff's 78 pence 100 millilitres.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's first pressing. Or do you want to wait till everyone else has had their fun with the olives?
Portuguese people out there, for next time I do this, let me know what's the best olive oil to use. I know we need a very good quality extra virgin, but is there a specific brand? Is there something I should go for? Or did I hit the jackpot with Gallo? Also, even though I've cooked this dish many times before, if there's any Portuguese people out there, I'll just go off camera a little bit here. Please do leave your comments in the bottom here. If I've made a bit of a mistake on any of this, yeah, let me know. So anyway, back to our garlic. I think we're going to have some guests who may enjoy the potatoes, but not so much the octopus. So I've done plenty of potatoes. So for that, I'm going to overcompensate and put plenty of garlic in there with some rosemary, a bit of salt and pepper, and hopefully it's going to turn out to be awesome. What I'm going to do, I've decided with my huge experience of cooking this dish, what you don't want to do is you don't want to burn the garlic or the rosemary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my olive oil up to temperature, and then a couple of minutes before I add my octopus and my potatoes, I'm going to add the garlic and the rosemary. Hopefully get all those flavours into the oil and then ultimately into this delicious dish that we're cooking. That's our potatoes ready. I'm going to leave them to one side just for a minute. We've got to crush them when they're still pretty hot, but they're absolutely boiling at the moment. Nice and soft. They should just crisp up when we put it in that nice hot olive oil. So let's leave it for a bit, come back to our octopus when she's done. So it's time to get our oven ready. Let's go for 100 and, can you see, 80. Just gonna go a bit above that, a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my olive oil ready, and again, because I've had so much experience of doing this before, I know exactly how much olive oil to do. I don't know. I have no idea. I've found in the past you really need a generous amount of olive oil because you really want it all swimming in there, and we want to get a good sizzle when we put all our other ingredients in. So let's get plenty of olive oil in here. Maybe half a bottle. A bit more because it is quite a big thing there. Right, so we have that. We'll get that in our oven, get it heating up. So now we're at the potato crushing stage. Now, real Portuguese men, of course, will use their bare hands to do this, but I'm scared I'm going to get burnt, so I'm just using the back of a fork like this. We don't want to completely crush them, but we do want to break the skins, like so. I'd say that one there is about perfect. So we'll put these back over here. Let's just check in on the old man or the old lady. It's looking good. Oh yeah, you're starting to see the texture change now. I think we're getting pretty close. So we have one of our special dinner guests here tonight, Liam, the greedy pig. Liam, you know how I've cooked this dish many, many times before and it's always been perfect. I just thought I would ask you, not that I need your help or advice in any way, could you just have a look at that octopus and tell me if you think that it is now ready. Let's take it off the heat.
I don't know because I've never cooked it before.
Yes, we've cooked it many, many times before, remember? And it's always been a great success. Many Portuguese people have said that our octopus is better than any Portuguese person's octopus. Okay, boys and girls, we're getting near the moment of truth. I'm just going to take our octopus out in a second and cut it. But before I do, I'm going to put some garlic into our now piping hot olive oil. We'll put our garlic in there. There we go, that should start cooking just nicely. Hopefully we're not going to burn it.
And it's gone.
What?
It's gone.
And some rosemary. So it should be fresh rosemary from the garden, but we don't have any, so it's going to be some out of a bottle here. And that should season that just nicely. Pop that back in the oven, keep it nice and hot, and then we'll drop in our octopus and the potatoes. Octopus is not that big, but hey ho, we've not got many people that are going to eat it, so that's fine. Flip him on his back, and you can see just this, the flesh here is just perfect. And we'll take this like so, because this is the way I've always done it. Portuguese people, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm quite happy, I don't know if you can see that is going to be a well prepared octopus there. So I'm going to grab our hot olive oil. Looks like I may have burnt the garlic a little. And we will layer our potatoes in here. Just going to use my fingers here. And our octopus. The octopus is quite hot. Try and make sure that the olive oil is covering everything. And then back in the oven. Now the recipe, I mean the way I've been following it all my days of cooking this, says to keep it in here for another 15 to 20 minutes. I'm not sure if it's going to need that, but I'm going to put it in anyway and check regularly. When you see us next time, hopefully we should have some wonderful Polvo de Lagareiro. No, I need to check that. What's the name of the dish again in Portuguese? Polvo de Lagareiro.
The dish is called frango piripiri in Portuguese.
What? No, the lobster thing that I'm cooking, you moron.
Oh, got it. The lobster dish
No,
you're cooking.
no, I'm not cooking lobster. I'm cooking bloody. You're getting me started now. I want to know the name in Portuguese of the octopus dish that I'm cooking. It's Polvo de Lagareiro.
Gotcha. The octopus dish you're cooking would be called Polvo Lagareiro in Portuguese. That sounds delicious.
So, in a minute, we're going to enjoy some delicious Polvo Lagareiro with patatas, which have been squashed. Squashed potatoes. I'm such an amateur. Okay, so we'll go in the kitchen now. We've got Danny doing a little side dish for the people who don't fancy octopus. We've got some broccoli from the garden on the boil here, just as a little side dish for myself and the octopus lovers. Let's hope. I mean, obviously I've done it so many times before, I'm sure it's perfect. But the only thing now left to do is to eat the thing. Beautiful salad prepared by Liam. Thank you, Liam. Danny's chorizo medley for the non-octopus people. The Polvo de Lagareiro, I think. And a tiny little bit of broccoli. That, to me, Liam, what do you think? You're a bit of an octopus fan.
Yeah, it's really nice, really succulent, really tender.
Yeah, I think we've knocked out the bag. I mean, obviously I've cooked it many times before, but if anyone's in and around Pera and you want to try this at a restaurant, go and speak to Nydia down at Demestris. She does an excellent Polvo de Lagareiro. If not, whatever it is we're eating. So, boys and girls, I think I'm going to end up there, finish up there. Hopefully you've enjoyed my little cooking experiment today. We're all enjoying our tea, And thank you very much for watching. Portuguese out there, if you have some criticisms of what I've done, if you have some comments, please leave them down below. Until the next time, I've been Portuguese Jimmy.
I've been the greedy pig.
He's been the greedy pig.
I've been the grumpy one.
Grumpy monk.
Well, ham.
Ham.
Nana Sadie.
Nana Sadie. And this has been Polvo de Lagareiro. Adios, amigos.